Those three.
All right, we're gonna do it like this right here. Ooh, this don't work with my vertigo I had yesterday. Cassandra, come on up. Come on, Bella. I'm getting drunk. Can't get drunk in church. AJ, come on. All right.
Where's the third one?
Huh?
Where's the third one? Mateo.
AJ, Bella, and Cassandra. You can pick somebody if you want.
Pick Mateo.
Okay, before we start, God just put something on my heart to tell y'all that ain't even got to do with my message, okay? Number one, I come in here every day and I'm wondering who we're missing. Am I the only one doing that? We should all be a family. We should all get along, okay? Number two, always be real. And I'll go on into that later on when I do start my message, okay? But we're going to play a quick game real quick. Hold and punch the hole in my back. All right. What do you do when you brush things? You brush your teeth. Open it up. Hurry up. Hurry up. No, open it up. Get the tube out. Let me know when you got the tube out.
I got my cube out.
I got my toothpaste out.
JT, you got yours out?
JT, why do we need toothpaste?
Okay. Now, here's the name of the game. On the count of three, we're going to see who can squeeze their toothpaste out the fastest, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. When you get it all out, put your hand up. That means you win. Bella!
I don't think she took off her toothpaste out yet. I still see some.
Good thing I'm the judge.
You can't see
So
through
we're going to play Bella win, AJ second, JT third. But, hold on. The game is not over yet. I'm going to give you 3 tools, 4 tools, I can't count. You only get 1, Bella. All right. Now let's see who can get it put back in the fastest. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You got 30 seconds. Adam, come in with 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Oh, he's counting 30 seconds. Come on, get it in there. You can do it. If you can take it out, you can put it back in.
No.
Yo, this ain't working, bro. I don't want to open.
Time up. Time up. All right.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. You didn't win. You didn't win, and you didn't win. You cheated. So, all right, stop. Hold on. We're in the message now. Which was easier, squeezing it out or putting it back in?
Putting it back in.
Putting it back in or squeezing it out?
Squeezing it out. Putting it back in. Bro, wait.
Were you able to get all the toothpaste back in the tube?
No.
Of course not. Move this out the way you sat down. They was not able to get all the toothpaste back in. And guess what, guys? That's how our words are. It's so easy for words to come out of our mouth, but we can't put them back in. Okay? Hey, y'all need somewhere to stick y'all's names up on? Okay, moving on. Squeezing out a tube of toothpaste is a silly, fun, and messy game. But I want that tube of toothpaste to represent something bigger to y'all. That tube of toothpaste represents the words that we speak. It's easy to speak words. Did you know it's estimated that people speak up to 16,000 words per day on average? I'd say JT's about 25,000 words a day. Bella's about 50. Cassie's about 70, she says. But I'm sure we all know people who can double or triple that. On an average, people speak around 150 words per minute when conversing. That's unless you're in our youth group and we're all out there talking, and I won't shut up so they can't talk, but I'm trying to save them a few words so they don't reach that 16,000 mark. We are created to communicate. People speak in a variety of ways. They speak with their mouth. They speak with their fingers by typing out text messages or letters. They speak with their body language in the ways they roll their eyes or shrug their shoulders. When I tell Holden something I know he don't like, he's like, right, you know. I'm like, oh, I done made him mad. And they can even speak with their hands through sign language. It's easy to have something to say. We all have an opinion. We all have thoughts. We all have something we want to tell another person. Our words flow easily out, like how simple it is to squeeze out an entire tube of toothpaste. You know, when me and Miss Micah met, we was figuring each other out. Some of y'all probably nowhere near that in a relationship, but Adam and Cassandra and Chelsea, they can agree with me. When you meet this person, they're the most awesomest thing in the world. But once you get to know them, you start realizing their flaws. Well, me and Miss Micah, we got in some pretty ugly arguments when we got to figuring each other out. You know? And you know, she would, you know, and we was just dating, and I was living somewhere else, and she's like, just go. I don't want to talk about it. Well, I'm the idiot that wants to talk about it. And then finally she explained to me, you know, when you're angry or you're upset, if your heart ain't right, you're going to say things are going to come out of your mouth that you can't put back in. So that really taught me something with her, you know, with life, not just her. And that's what I'm talking about when I said earlier, be real. You know, I don't like sharing those stories, but I think something like that can help you. I'm going to be real about it, you know. It wasn't no Cinderella story, but it turned into one, and I'm the prettiest Cinderella you ever seen. So anyways, we all have something we want to say to another person. Our words flow out easily, like how simple it is to squeeze out an entire tooth of toothpaste. But how much harder is it to take the words back we wish we hadn't said? Has anybody in here said something to somebody and they're like, man, I really hate I said that? You know? When I sat here and say Mateo's been an idiot, not paying attention during God time, I'm not going to take that back. But anyways, this is God time. Listen. It's like trying to stuff that icky, messy toothpaste back into the tube it came out of. It's nearly impossible. And even if you can get some of the toothpaste back in that tube, methodically, don't say nothing. There's absolutely no way you can get it all back in there. Our words are like that too. Once they're spoken, there's absolutely no way to take them back. Proverbs 18:21 has a strong reminder for us. The tongue can breathe death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. Our tongues are powerful. The words that we speak can bring death or life to someone. Have you ever taken the time to consider what that means? You can really hurt someone with the power of your mouth. You can really hurt someone. And we come here on Wednesday nights and then we leave and we go back to our cool worldly thing. And you know, my 15-something years of youth ministry, I've shared with y'all before, the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with was when I had to go to school and counsel because the young lady took her life. Why did she take her life? Because people was talking about her. People was bullying her. Guys, there's things that you say that you can't take back. Every word that you says impacts someone's life in some way. Every word you say. You know, I just used Mateo and called him an idiot. And I bet that hurt him a little bit. But I build Mateo up. I pick on him a lot in here, but when he's in need, I'm there for him. He knows I love him because the words that comes out of my mouth. Just for some reason, I just love picking on him. You know, but, you know, instead of me, you know, telling him, you know, quit playing on that phone, man. You're a leader. You got stuff to, you're awesome at your prayers. That builds him up. But what if I came to him and said, Mateo, you suck at your prayers? He's laughing now, but that would hurt his feelings. You know? Careless words spoken in gossip, anger, or frustration can easily become the thing someone never forgets. That's why I'm going back to Miss Micah. You know? Because when I get mad and I don't get my way, I'm a big baby and I say things that I shouldn't be saying. You know, be real. You know, there was one time I was so disrespectful and ugly to her, and I left, and Holden goes running in there and says, I don't want him back at our house. That's how ugly I was. I'm being real, guys. I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all that I'm, you know, SpongeBob and I don't do anything wrong. I'm being real with y'all. I've said things there that 7 years later, I look at her and I'm like, this is my beautiful bride. This is my wife. And I said this ugly stuff to her. Sorry don't take that away. Sorry only puts a Band-Aid on it. But guess what? When you take that Band-Aid off, the scar's still there. You know that because we have all had these words spoken to us by someone else, and it's so difficult to forget them. You know, every time we travel down Highway 39 in my head, going to, where was the last football game, the scrimmage we went to, somewhere's on the other side of Jewett. You know, I passed by my ex-ag teacher's house, Mr. Cooper. You know, I loved him to death, man. He was like a dad to me. He taught me how to weld. He got my welding certificate for me. He pushed me, and then I dropped out of school, and then I go out to his house to visit with him about my dumb life decisions, and he meets me at the entrance gate and tells me I'm a piece of trash. Never come to his house again. So when I drive by his house, what do I remember? I don't remember how him spending hours with me teaching me how to weld, teaching me how to use a cutting torch, turning the welder up on me when I'm welding and laughs at me. I remember him calling me a piece of trash. So, here's a few thoughts. Think before you speak. Anger, frustration, and hurt all causes our tongues to be quick to interject into conversation exactly how we are feeling and what we're thinking. James 1:19 says, understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Who struggles with that? I do. You know, there's times that some people that in my city that I'm over, they'll call me and I'll just want to go off on them. And I do sometimes because I do not listen to James 1:19. That's challenging. Being quick to talk is human nature. Being quick to listen takes work and patience. You won't achieve these skills overnight, but it's important to strive towards it. Before you speak, ask yourself, why do I want to say this? What do I hope to accomplish by saying this? Will these words encourage someone's heart, or will they rip it apart? You know, we got one of the most awesomest youth groups there is. We average 20 to 25 teens on a Wednesday night. At our events, we're up in the 30s. We're rocking and rolling, boy. We're a team, man. I brag about this. This is the closest youth group that I've ever been over. We look out for each other. We're fake. We are fake. We have people coming in this room and we ignore them. We don't talk to them. We have people that roll up in here that we used to be friends with and we're not friends with anymore. So we're going to go into a corner and we're going to gossip about them and we're going to talk about them and we're just going to ignore them. That is being fake. Forgive and love one another. Let's not be fake. Let's not be another number of a youth group that's going bad. Because this is the greatest group of kids, teens. I hate calling y'all kids. Y'all are young adults. Teens, y'all are awesome. But we get out in that world and we let that world take over us. We get out in that world and we want to be cool. And, you know, just because so-and-so ain't cool like me, well, let me pick on them. Let me pick on them. That makes me a bigger guy. I'm that guy that picked on people to try to be the cooler guy. I'm that guy that got picked on so much that I turned into a bully. Yeah, a little bitty me, I was a bully. And I picked on people and hurt their feelings and beat them down because I was making everybody laugh. You know what? Everybody was laughing at me, not with me. So the words coming out of my mouth wasn't cool. If you're having a moment of an intense emotion, maybe anger, frustration, or sadness, take a moment, step away. We ain't going to talk about that. That's what Miss Micah used to do. You know, let's have a moment. And then you got a little idiot like me. No, we're going to talk about it now. I'm going to get you in a wreck. Take a moment. Take a moment. Yes, Miss Micah can beat me up. She's already showed that. No, she hasn't. Excuse yourself from the room or conversation and do something to calm your emotions. Maybe it's just taking a walk, listening to music, talking to God. Once you've had that moment to process why you feel a certain way, return to the conversation to speak. Proverbs 15:1 says, what time is it?
23.
Okay, that ain't what Proverbs says. I just won't know what time it was. A gentle answer deflects anger, but harsh words makes tempers flare. Take time to think about how you can respond before you speak. Number one thing was what? Think before you speak. Encourage and uplift others with your words. Your words can be used to encourage and uplift others. Your words can be used to build people up. Don't knock them down. Don't knock people down. Because I guarantee it, no matter how cool you are, where you're at in your life, where you rank, where you think you rank, somebody's beat you down before. Who in here has not ever been beaten down? Proverbs 16:24 says, gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Imagine that. Our words can be like honey, bringing sweetness and healings to others. This is a powerful reminder of the positive force our words can be. This is a hard one. Take time to apologize. If you mess up, apologize. If I forget, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to apologize for you being an idiot, or you acting like an idiot, for calling you an idiot, but don't be doing that. I'm sorry. Apologize, you know? Say, hey, I was out of line. You might have been out of line with what you was doing, but I was out of line calling you out and beating you down like that, right? You know? You big enough to make a mistake, big enough to own it, you know? Say, hey, I'm sorry. Take time to apologize. This is like a long message, and I'm having to cut it short. And Audrey didn't even get to kick the ball once.
Yeah, I'm still mad.
Well, really, guys, we don't need all that. We don't need all that. We can go through that all night long. Be real. Be real. Treat people like you want to be treated. You know, what's the golden rule? Huh? Treat others like you want to be treated. Who don't know the golden rule in here? I'm going through 15 pages of mess when it's simple. The golden rule. You may be the only Jesus someone ever sees. You understand what I'm saying about that? You may be the only Jesus you've ever seen. Someone's ever seen. My wife that passed away, that was her saying. That was her saying. That's what she would tell her preteen class. And she drilled it in their head. You may be the only Jesus that someone ever sees. And it's real. You can Google it. You can Google it. Look it up. Stories of salvation. Stories of miracles. You know, Johnny Boy may be walking down a road. You don't know where he's going. Is he walking up to Walmart? Is he going to Jiffy Mart? Or is he going to this bridge over here to jump off because his life is so horrible? But JT rose up on him. Very simple. Hey, brother, how are you? Have a good day. That may be the only Jesus that guy sees, and he may say, you know what? Somebody loves me. There is real love out in the world. Be real. Love like Jesus. We don't need all that mess to go over 15 pages of, it's simple. Treat people like you want to be treated. Treat people like you want to be treated. You may be the only Jesus someone sees. And love like Jesus. Love like Jesus. You know, Jesus. For you that don't know, he got on the cross, that's the emblem. After he carried that heavy sucker forever, had nails pounded in him, because he loved us so much to die for us. How do we want to return that favor? Do we want to love like him? Or do we want to go out here and treat people like crap? You know? We don't need 15 pages. It's that simple, guys. You all got it in you. We all got it in us. You know, and when I'm up here teaching, I'm teaching to myself. I struggle, so that's how I know y'all struggle. I'll go to work tomorrow with 2 old hillbillies and I'll be cussing and everything else when I should be loving them like Jesus. You know? We all can all be better. Who in here is perfect? Nobody. The Bible clearly states we all fall short of God's glory. We're not perfect. So let's be like Jesus. Forget about things in the past. Forget about people that hurt you. You know, my saying, and I tell Micah this all the time. I think I've told Adam, you know, men, mainly men, we want to be bad. We want to be the bigger guy. We want to kick some butt when somebody messes over us. And my saying is, it takes a stronger man to bite his tongue than throw a punch. It takes a stronger man to bite his tongue than throw a punch. And I've got to tell myself that a lot of times, you know? But guys, let's be real. Let's not be fake. You know, when we're in a group, we have problems with one another. As a Christians, what does it say? Go talk to that person. Work it out. If you can't work it out, take it to your leader. Y'all work it out. You know? Guys, we don't need 15 pages. Y'all are better than that. Just love like Jesus. Catch the words coming out of your mouth. It's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes. When God made me, I wish He would have put a zipper on my lip. And when I got to talking, He could zip my lip up. But it's not like that because the world's got us so consumed to what it's doing and wanting to turn us like we're not worldly, guys. We are not of this world. Love like Jesus. It's probably 7:45 by now. Mateo, come pray us out. We don't have time for a song, do we? Huh? Love like Jesus.
Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for bringing us here all together, Lord. Thank you for giving us another Wednesday, Lord, where we can all come together, praise, Lord, and we can just have fun, Lord, and remember that this is your house, Lord. And I just want to thank you for bringing us all here again. Thank you for the rain, Lord. I just hope somebody got something out of Chris's message tonight, and hopefully they can be the only Jesus that somebody sees, and they can try and lift somebody up, Lord. Lord, I just want somebody tomorrow to maybe go up to somebody they don't know and just lift them up, Lord, even if it's just something little as a compliment, Lord. And I hope everybody has a good night, safe travels home, and amen.